Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Delta Dog, and today, my friends, we're going to be looking at Dr. Monty's motives, or at least what I believe Dr. Monty's motives are, because if you guys don't know, I'm sure you do if you've played Gorod Krovi or watched it on live stream, at the end of round 14 and 15, you actually get quotes from Dr. Monty, and then as well, you also get them at the end of the Easter egg, and then you can get them in even more of them with shooting those blue wisps things. We won't be covering those quotes today, we'll just be covering the rounds 14, 15 quotes, and then the ones that Nikolai, Takeo, and Dempsey get at the end of the Easter egg. So without further ado, I'm just going to play those quotes really quick, just so you can take another second to look over them, and then I'll get back to you guys and talk to you about what I think they mean, and actually what they might mean for DLC 4, and how Monty will actually play into the map and into the storyline.
I have been watching. I have seen each and every one of your misdeeds. I know who you are. Sounds ominous, doesn't it? Good, because it fucking is. The entirety of the universe is fractured and broken. Something that you clowns hold more than at least some degree of responsibility for. Guess what? You're gonna fix it. Look. Just do what you usually do. Listen out for radios and things, and I'll help wherever I can. Okay, Nikolai, Dempsey, Takeo, I'm only talking to you right now. Richthofen, he can't hear me, so he's probably off doing his own thing right now anyway. No change there, I suppose. The good news is, you're nearly done. It'll soon be time to come to the house. But this plan, this big plan, a lot of it's been riding on Richthofen. Before he caught up with you guys, he spent years traveling, searching out just the right versions of you, the ones who held the key to closing off the other dimensions. I think you know by now exactly what that entails. Point is, he's kind of surplus to requirements these days. He's been in the house for ages, but don't tell him. Anyway, it all makes sense when you get here. You'll see. Honestly, it's going to be fine. Oh, shit. I completely forgot to introduce myself. Oh, sorry. I'm Dr. Monty. Hello. So nice to see you all.
Alright guys, so those quotes are crazy. They confirm to us that Dr. Monty is actually indeed a relevant character in the storyline, and not just, you know, some random doctor that they picked out to make gobblegums. And not only is he important, but in another quote that I did not include here, he actually calls himself omnipotent, which for those of you guys who don't know, essentially means that he's calling himself all-powerful, and the only people that we really call all-powerful are gods. So he's essentially calling himself a god, and that is just kind of a huge statement. I mean, that takes an ego to call yourself a god. So what does this mean for DLC 4 and for the rest of the zombie storyline? So the idea I got, at least from these quotes, was that he was not happy or in agreement with Richthofen and MAXIS' plans, or at least Richthofen's, that is, because he's, first of all, kind of trash-talking Richthofen, and you know, Richthofen is not allowed to hear what he has to say, so it kind of shows he's trying to hide his knowledge from Richthofen. So, does this mean that Monty has a plan of his own? We know that now Richthofen and MAXIS have this plan to close out all the dimensions through using the summoning key to kill the correct versions of themselves. And then you see at the end of the DLC 3 cutscene in Gorod Krovi, Richthofen sends the souls up to MAXIS, and yes, he only sends up 3 of the souls, but that's a topic for another video that will be coming soon. But so we know that's kind of MAXIS' and Richthofen's plan. So what does that mean Monty's plan is? Does Monty want to end the universe, possibly? I mean, he sounds like kind of an evil guy. I mean, I know we only have quotes, we haven't seen anything or heard anything about his history, but he's calling himself omnipotent. He's kind of being shady, hiding his plans from Richthofen, or hiding himself from Richthofen almost. Like, is he an evil person? Does he want to end the universe? Like, we see in 1.0, or excuse me, like we see in Buried, where Richthofen is just, you know, you have the choice to end the world in 3 ways. Are we going to have a choice to give Maxis and Richthofen control? Or are we going to have a choice to give Monty control, and then kind of in like Buried, we'll just get one of 2 alternate endings? I don't think they're going to do that, because I think for the final conclusion of this storyline, they're going to want to leave it with a really solid like conclusion that won't leave people guessing. So I think it's probably not going to be something like that, but I think at least we can count on Maxis and Richthofen struggling against Monty. Monty might be trying to recruit Takeo Dempsey and Nikolai over to his side to kind of help him as his puppets, just like Richthofen is kind of using the Origins characters as his puppets right now for his and Maxis's plans. Is it possible that Monty is now trying to recruit Takeo Dempsey and Nikolai over as his puppets to help out his plan? I mean, I don't know. It's definitely going to be interesting to see if we find any more Easter eggs. Now, when I say that, I mean, I'm actually going to be looking into a Morse code cipher possibly later this evening and in through the week in Garage Crovy, and I will see if that cipher, once I crack it and solve it, if that cipher has anything to do with this Maxis, Monty, and Richthofen situation. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, but that'll definitely be interesting to see how it pans out. Alright, so Monty is certainly kind of a shady character, or possibly he's a helpful character. We aren't quite sure yet, but we have one thing confirmed, and that is that Monty is definitely going to be relevant for the rest of the storyline, and especially in DLC 4 here. So I'm really excited to see how Revelations kind of plays out, to see how Monty gives us these revelations. Guys, thank you so much for watching the video today. I really do hope you enjoyed, because I did put a lot of work into this video. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and as always, I'll see you later.